Hey guys, and welcome to Pheas Airsoft, where today I think I've gone crazy because I'm going to try out HPA. Oh my god. Hey guys, and welcome back. If you do enjoy this content today, please do consider liking, commenting, subscribing, because those interactions help me get seen by the YouTube algorithms. That helps the channel to grow. You want to support me a little bit more, the socials are all on my Linktree link down below. Stop by and say hello on any of them, including my Discord. Or if you want to support the channel at the highest level, the join button will take you to channel memberships. Totally optional, really appreciated. 99 pence a month, custom videos, giveaways, your own chat section in the forum and that kind of stuff in the Discord. So, after a lot of pressure, mostly by Aqua on my Discord, I am giving HPA out a try. Now, I am doing this on sort of a budget. So what I've got here is an AAP that, yes, looking at it, I notice people will go straight away, it's missing its front sight. Yes, I do have the front sight. It didn't include the screw to hold it down, and I can't find one at the minute that will hold it down. No, it does not have its normal thread protector. It didn't come with that. They couldn't find it. It did have a rail on there. The rail screws were slightly too big. So I've removed that. I didn't like the look of it. Anyway, it did have some sort of 3D printed charging handle improvement, but the screw that was in it was a bit too long and it was stopping me changing firing modes from auto to single and backwards. So I've given it a bit of a lube up. I have tested it. It does work. So in this build, I have got the AAP. I've got a donor mag that I'm going to use for the adapter. I've got the airtac drum kit, which is specifically for the Glock and the AAP. So you've got a little Allen key in there. You've got some roll pins. Are they roll pins? Just normal pins. Some O-rings. You've got like a sort of gap system that slides up here, which we'll do shortly. You've got obviously the main adapter there that allows sort of the BBs up and out. Oh, I've got a braided hose. Get that out of the way. I've got the drum mag itself. So this is it's actually a well drum mag. I don't know how well that's going to work. See what I did there? We really ought to have tested this one, didn't I, before doing anything with it. I'm sure it'll be fine. So there is my well drum mag that's got the appropriate pin lines, and that's just going to pin in there, and I just fill it up. A little bit articulated hatch to get in there. I'm sure it'll be fine. I've then got a regulator. Now this one has come via a significant recommendation from Aqua on my Discord, who runs the same one, says it's absolutely fine. And then I've got a Totem Air tank, a 0.6 litre. Now people are saying, well, why have you just got that size? Why have you got that brand? Honest option, that was on sale. That was on sale. That was cheap. That was cheap. That's the only thing I've paid full price for, as that's my extra one. So I have done this on the cheap, just to try it out, just to see how it goes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut to assembling the drum adapter. Then I'm going to cut overnight because I'm going to go and get this filled up tomorrow. And then I'll do some shooting with my hopefully gleeful expressions. We'll see. And then I'll come back and I'll give you my opinions on what I think to HPA. Now, from what I've seen online with this setup, I'm better off. I shouldn't screw it on necessarily like that. What I'm better off doing is using this bit now. Flame me if that's wrong. That's just based on what I've seen. It wasn't a TikTok, just before anybody suggests that. Now that's as tight as it seems to want to go. I'm assuming that's absolutely fine and that's set up. Now I'm aware that obviously that then will connect into there on a quick release system, and that connects onto the end of the adapter. So the next thing is I'm going to do the setting up of the adapter. So I've got a generic Glock mag here, so we're just going to donor this one. So I've released the base plate. I've just pushed the little connector in, take the base plate off. I'm going to let the spring and everything come out. It doesn't want to. You don't have a choice, but it's time to go. I'm trying to figure out how to get that out. I bet it's because this plate is keeping it in. I can see now. Honest to God, you can tell I don't do this sort of thing. So I need a Phillips head. So I'm just going to get the Phillips head screw in there. It helps if I check that it's vented. It was. So I'm just going to undo that screw. I get the click, and I know it's empty. There we go. I'm going to pull that screw out, which I believe I need. And then should be able to, lift that up and out. I'm going to take that out. I don't need that anymore. Don't need that anymore. Now we've got this that's going to sit in like that. But first, I need the O-rings that are in here. So what I'm aware of, I need to get that on there. This is not going to be fun. Pheas is going to get sweary. No, I'm going to say 3 corners then, but it's not. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, so that's on there. From what I've seen, I need to put a little bit of something on that. I'll be back in a second. Now, I've just basically pushed it in and it's got greased up anyway, so I'm sure that will be fine. So we're just going to go for the wiggling that in. And that seems to be secure. In fact, I forgot a step already. Take that out. What I need is this, I believe, goes in like that. Clicks into place. That allows the BBs down. Let's find a BB to test it with. Here's a BB I prepared earlier. Yeah, that came out and down. Happy with that. So let's go for inserting that again. So that's in. I'm going to bring the screw back, which I'm guessing it's that one. Just trying to see if it will click and bite. It is not currently biting. Okay, so the first thing I've realised is that I'd not quite properly clicked it on. It needs an extra click and it should be a lot more flush like that. Now what I'm trying to figure out is how to get that lined up with the hole that it should go in, because it doesn't seem to want to go into its thread. It doesn't seem to be quite making it down. It might be that the screws maybe a touch too short, maybe it's lined up wrong, or maybe I need another donor mag. We'll figure it out. Okay, so I had to go and find another mag, because it turns out that the screw in the original donor mag just wasn't long enough to accept the adapter and screw in. I've got basically a Raven mag, which I had bizarrely laying around, and that the screw for that was significantly longer, by a couple of mil. So the kits fit together perfectly. So that is almost to the state now where it's ready to go. So the last stage then that I'm looking to do is push these pins out to get this upper assembly off so I can attach it to here. So just one thin little push tool. Take that off camera and punch those pins out. So the teeth were on this right hand side, just needed punching through enough that that they could be got out. He says. There we go. That's the out. That assembly then just lifts up and off. And what we've got inside them is a feed hole there that lines up with this. So when we line this up now, looking for those two feed holes. And I can't quite see through all the way through, but it looks like they are lined up. Yeah, I can see through. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to use the original ones. I'm going to use the wider pins that are included in the kit. So these are significantly wider than the drum pins. They have to be because they're covering a lot more material. So as you can see, there's an extra maybe 5 or 6 mil on there. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to gently there we go. Just going to get something with a wide flat head. Oh, it's going in. Ooh. And there it is out at the other side. That was remarkably easy. I'll tap that through in a minute. Might as well do the, just check that was the right one. The other pin in from the other side then. Not quite come through the other side. I'll just take that off and tap it through. So that's now in place. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to add some BBs in just to make sure. My braided hose connects onto there. Plastic sheathing coming off a little bit. And I can remove that. That connects easily into the tank. So I'm just about ready. I'll get some BBs in and we'll see if we can get some BBs up to the top of there. So just poured a number of 2.5s in there, which hopefully you might be able to see down in there. It does make it a little bit more difficult because I can't get in because of that, but let's oh, there they are. Look. Oh my god, I didn't actually think that would work. And it, wow, okay, that was unexpected to work. I genuinely didn't think that would work. That's kind of blown my mind a little bit. So we're now in a position then where we can obviously now put that in there, which fits in nicely. We'll get the gas on the back, the lining on the back, and we are good to go. So I will be back once I have gassed up my tank to see how we get on. at just short of 350, I think, 330, somewhere between 330 and 340. Let's drop the mag and do a full auto. Okay, full auto. Wow, my God. So following my first experience with it, I really wanted to dislike it. I really wanted to dislike it. I actually had a stupid amount of fun with it. I ran it for a full game and had a lot of fun with it, like surprising amount of fun was had with it. Really nice kick to it, just felt really fun to shoot, and just I really didn't want to like it, but it made me smile. It made a lot of other people smile that were having a go with it and stuff like that. What I did find is I had used a generic mag, Glock mag that I had about, basically to feed it. And I found, particularly later on in the game, I was getting sort of like odd shots that were just sort of dropping out. It was making like, at one point, I mean, the tank showing sort of just below 1500 pressure, and it had been filled up to 3000 at the start of the day. And it seemed to drain off quite quickly down to that point. It only seemed to put like not even 400 rounds through it, which I felt like wasn't an awful lot. And I've been reassured that it should put quite a lot round, and I was already below half. And then at one point, it totally just behaved like a typical gas mag with virtually no gas in it at all, and it just kind of like was just per. So like at that point, I'm like, right, well, I'm done. Just over half of a tank gets me all right, I suppose. And I came out feeling a little bit disappointed. Come out, started heading out as though going back into the safe zone and things, and then basically reconnected it back up a minute just to sort of make sure it was clear and what have you. And then it started again absolutely normally. So I was like a little bit disappointed in that, and wasn't overly impressed. And it wasn't the sort of the adapter, it wasn't the drum, it was the mag. So what I've done subsequently is, I've not shown it on video, I've not filmed it, is I actually bought an Action Army mag, a genuine that I knew was an Action Army mag. I stripped it down, installed the adapter, tightened everything down as I did before, exactly the same process, put the little feeding cover in and things like that. Obviously it's not wound at the minute, the mag, and then basically with the tank as it is, I've been and put, I don't know, probably like 100 and something rounds through it at least, and there's barely a move on that needle on the pressure. I had to dial the tank down a little bit, the regulator down, because changing it to this mag, it was doing like, before I got it set to, I don't know, 330, 340, under UK limits, but it had shot up, it had gone out, it was over. It was easily over, comfortably over, sort of like 370, 380, something like that. So I've had to dial the reg down, which tells me that the other mag wasn't the right mag to have used in this situation, wasn't the right thing to have done. So I'm significantly happy. I'm now at the verge where I'm just about to go again this weekend. This is going to get used again. I'm going to get the tank top back up to 3,000, and I'm going to have a little plink with it. I'm going to let somebody else run it for a little bit as well, and see how they get on. They wanted something relatively light to run, and we'll take it from there basically. And I'll be back to do my sort of final conclusions on what I thought and how I've got on with it. Annoyingly, I quite like it. Actually, it's quite a lot of fun. It has been a budget entrance into this sort of realm. I can't say I'm going to rush out and get like a full-on engine to put in an AK or anything, because the money spent on that is insane. But, you know, for now, this has been a lot of fun. So I'll be back in a second. So we are here at the conclusion of the video. And frankly, I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed as all hell. And the reason I'm annoyed as all hell is because I did not want to like HPA. However, I have found myself excessively liking this particular setup. This has just run so well for me. So the recent game day was the second time I've run it. For that game day, I did switch to the Action Army mag instead of the generic brand one that I got. I don't even know what brand it was. It was very quick and easy to swap the components over and get this wired up. We are currently sitting at just above 1500 PSI on this tank. I think, well, basically, just to give you context, I plinked with it a bit in the morning, having tested it. I'd obviously had to turn the valve a little bit because it was running too high with the AAP mag on there. My friend then basically ran it for the day. They got some hurt arms, and hopefully I've got a few photos of them with it. They ran it literally all day. I think they refilled that 2 or 3 times. Now, they probably were shooting. The site, you know, it's basically, it's the Call of Duty experience. There was a lot of running and gunning all day. They've probably put about 1,500 rounds through that in a day, maybe more, maybe 2,000. So having that filled up 2, maybe 3 times at the most is not really anything. And even at that, when I say we're reloading, it's never really got below 1,500. We've topped it back up, and it was more, they were just panicking that they didn't want to run out of air mid-match and what have you. The kick, when it fires, is absolutely phenomenal. The range from sort of, obviously the internal components are fantastic. I do need to sort of screw out for the front sight post. But it's really satisfying to shoot. It's really satisfying to use. You know, part of me does think maybe I should have got the M4 adapter instead of the drum mag, just because then you've got that ability to change your mags and things. But I didn't feel like I was suffering. You know, it's not hard to just flip that hatch open, pour some BBs in, as they're in there at the minute. It's not under compression, and off you went. It just, you know, Aqua and the Aqua Patat on my Discord and the other people that told me to do this and get this, I'm kind of mad at you, but I'm also not mad at you at all, because I've enjoyed it immensely. And considering that this was just a budget for me, I am not saying I'm a full HPA convert. I cannot justify the cost of a full engine, but that is a hell of a lot of fun and not a lot of cost to kind of build that all up. So hope you've enjoyed that. I annoyingly have enjoyed it immensely. And I wish I could say otherwise. I don't. That's a lie. I get it. HPA folks, I totally get it. Okay, really get it. So thank you for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.